Hello and welcome to another one of Mr. Bursten's video tutorials. This is the tutorial for HTML basics. So if you've joined up, congratulations, you are interested in learning about web design. We're going to go over the basics of HTML here. The very first thing that we need to do, and this is specific for my classes, so please pay attention if you are a part of my class and you're watching my video right now, okay? I need you to open up your file, okay? Open up your file browser, which is that yellow folder at the bottom, all right? And I need you to go to this option right up here called View. Now, when I click on View, what I'm looking for is over here in this Show Hide area, and if you don't see that, then you should expand this out, okay? So if you don't see that, expand that out, all right? And what I want to see is I'm not caring about any of the options over here. I care about these right here, and specifically, I need to see this checked right here, File Name Extensions. Again, make sure that that is checked. You'll see that a lot of things just flashed on my screen. Here's what I need you to see in particular. See how this says New Text Document 2? If I go to View and I recheck that, now it says New Text Document 2.txt, okay? Once you do that, you can close that down. To get started with everything, you're going to create a new text document. So remember, on your desktop, you can right-click and go to New and click Text Document in order to start a new one. I'm going to double-click to open this up. I'm started here with a fresh blank document. And we're going to be learning about HTML today, so we're going to be learning about creating a website. The very first thing that you need to know about HTML is that HTML loves these little carrots right here. You're going to see these carrots all the time, and they are found underneath by your comma and period button if you press and hold Shift and click those two, okay? In order to start any HTML or any web design, any web page off, I am going to start by coding it in HTML in order to show a browser such as Edge, Google Chrome, or what I use, Opera GX, that this is an HTML document. I'm going to start up here by typing in HTML between these two carets. The second thing that I'm going to put in is body. That's going to tell this HTML document that this is the body of my website, and that's just it's a convention. We don't necessarily have to have it, but it helps organize everything within our HTML document. After that, we're actually going to put some words down and we're going to see something pop up on our web page. So the very first thing I'm going to put down here is this thing called H1, and that stands for heading 1. HTML comes with a few preset text style types. So this one has relatively big text and it's nice and bold. And what I'm going to put in H1 here is my favorite hello world. And then in order to end off my H1, I'm going to put that caret symbol back. I'm going to put a slash and then another H1 there. I'm going to close off the body by putting a slash and putting body. I'm going to close off HTML by putting a slash and HTML. I'm going to save this and I'm going to close it down very quickly. I want to change this from new text document. I want to change this to say home.txt instead. Now, the problem is right now, if I just open this back up, we're going to see exactly what we saw before. So this is why that file name, why we need to see that file name. We are going to change this from .txt to .html. When you do, you're going to get a warning. If you change the file name extension, the file might become unusable. You should want to change it. We're going to hit yes. And you'll notice that the icon changed to my preferred browser. So yours might be Edge, yours might be Chrome, but you may notice that it changes to that browser type. That means that we can now double click and open that up. And we see hello world right there. Awesome. Okay. Now that we have hello world, okay, I'm going to minimize this. We can go back to editing this by right clicking and hitting open with notepad. Okay. Now, in order to make further edits to this, so the next thing I'm going to do is I want to put in my first paragraph, okay? So I'm going to do that with the key element here, P, all right? These are all different elements that we can use. So H1 is a heading P. I kind of think of it as short for paragraph, and we will say that this is my first website. And then we will put another caret, a slash P, and carrots. Okay, so that will close that off. That will close off my paragraph until HTML that I am done writing that paragraph. Because if I didn't put that there, then the HTML would think that I'm continuing to write in that paragraph, and I don't want that to happen. That can cause some problems later on. So I'm going to save this, and instead of double clicking like I did before with the home.html, what I can actually do is I can open this up, and if I refresh the page, now I have this is my first website. So this is my heading one right up here. Okay. And this is my first website is right beneath it, which is super duper nice. So all we have to do is refresh the page and that will update with any changes that we made and that we saved. Remember to save often. I'm hitting Control S on my keyboard in order to save often, okay? So you can type anything that you want in between these. And if I started another P right down here, so this is my second paragraph, then we would see that a second paragraph would appear. So I save it, and I open this up, and I refresh. This is my second paragraph. But this is boring. It's just some black text on a white background. Who wants that? Let's add some style to this. So let's add the style specifically to my second paragraph. What I'm going to do is in between, right here, okay, right after the P, I'm going to type in the keyword style equals and two sets of quotation marks, okay? Now, on its own, this isn't going to do anything, but let's say that I wanted to change the color of my text. So I can say color, then a colon, and I'm going to say red. Okay? Color red, and then this is very important, put a semicolon, which is right underneath the colon button. I just get it without pressing shift, okay? Put a semicolon right after it, because then I can add on more style changes if I want to, and you're going to see me add on some more style changes. So let's save this. Let's open back up my browser and refresh, and we see that this changes to red. There we go, easy enough, right? Let's change some other things around, okay? So let's do font size, colon, and I think right now the default is 12, so let's try 24. Let's go ahead and save, open, and refresh. And there we go. We see that that text increases in size. Now, say that I wanted to do something like bolding. Oh, and I forgot my semicolon. It worked because that was the last thing, but remember, if I want to add on more, I want to put in more semicolons. Let's say that I want to make this bold or italic or underline. Let's say that I want to bold this. We don't do that within the style portion here. Instead, there is a different element that I can use. Conveniently, if I want to bold it, I type in B and then a slash B at the end of what I want to bold. So if I save that, open this back up and refresh, you can see that now all of this text is bold. It is important that we know where that ending piece is, right? Because if I decide to put that ending piece right there, slash B, then the only thing that will get bolded is the words, this is my, and second paragraph will stay the same. Let's see how that works. And I'll refresh, and we see this is my is bolded, second paragraph is not. There are many different style options that you have at your disposal. There's things like the background color, the font size, the font family, the text alignment. So right now it's all right aligned. If I wanted to, I could say that I wanted it center aligned or justified or left aligned. All those different options that you have available to you. But I want you to discover those on your own. For my students, go ahead and open up Canvas, find the first assignment, and go ahead and start working on it. I'll be around to help you if you need it, but this is hopefully to get you started and to give you an idea of what we can do with HTML. Have a good day.